If You Were Me and Lived in Kenya, A Child's Introduction to Culture Around the World by Carol P. Roman. Here's a map of Kenya, it says Kenya, and it has a little star, which means the capital city is Nairobi. If you were me and lived in Kenya, your home would be in the central southeastern part of the continent of Africa. Oh, I see right here. We have the continent of Africa. Most continents are large areas of land surrounded by water, and they have countries inside of them, usually. We have Kenya here, is part of Africa. It's a country inside the continent of Africa. Now, if I didn't have that illustration or I didn't look at it, I would have no idea what Central Southeastern means. But apparently, it means right there. You might live near the capital and largest city, Nairobi. Its name is a Maasai word meaning cold water. The Maasai are an ethnic African group well known for their colorful dress and customs. Look at this illustration. It's so important to look at illustrations. We have a city that looks just like a lot of our cities. Here's a caption, and a caption is going to tell us about the illustration. Nairobi has almost 4.5 million people. Oh, I'm so glad we read that caption, boys and girls. Now we know how many people live there. 4.5 million. That's way more than Tampa. If you are a boy, your name could be Keanu, Jaramogi, or Gakoki. If you are a girl, you might be called Akio, Kioni, or Dahlia. Look at this. They didn't talk about this in the text over here. So from this illustration, I learned that a lot of Kenya must look like this. I haven't seen this habitat in Florida. Huh. It looks like a lot of grass, like a field with some trees around. Much of Africa is on a savanna. Oh, it's called a savanna. And it's bold print. Let's look. Bold print means that it's an important word and that it is in the glossary. Let's look. Galimoto, nope. Samosa, no. Savanna, a habitat with lots of grass and some trees. That's the meaning. Wow. So I could look at the illustration for the meaning, see if the word is defined or we're told the meaning here, which we're not, and we can look in the glossary. This helped me to know a savanna is a field with some trees, and so did our glossary. Good job, boys and girls. If you needed your mommy, you might call for Mzatsi. When you are speaking to your daddy, you might call him Baba. So look here. It looks like a little marketplace with some places to lay down. And we have Baba Mzatsi. When friends came to visit, you would most certainly insist that you all go to the Masai Mara National Reserve in southwestern Kenya. It is a large game reserve where you can safely see animals like elephants, leopards, lions, and rhinoceroses. It is under a wide open sky in a sprawling savanna. Oh, there's that word again, savanna. I can look at this illustration and see it definitely is looking like a field of grass, special grass, with a few trees. And I could tell that game reserve. Well, what does that mean? It says right next to it where you can safely see animals like elephants, leopards, lions, and rhinoceroses. So when you're looking for unknown words, you look at the words around it. You also look at text features like if it's bolded, go to the glossary and see if there's a meaning there. You can also look at the illustrations or captions. You might stay at Kikorok, a wilderness lodge located right on the reserve. Your favorite meal could be nyama homa, which is beef or goat roasted over an open fire like a barbecue. Look at that! I wouldn't have known what it looked like if I didn't look at this illustration. That must be Nyamahoma. You would eat it with mixed vegetables and round, flat bread called chapati. I don't see that here. Maybe that's chapati. Or hapati, sorry. Cooked on a griddle. It is served with cha, which is delicious boiled water with milk. For a snack, you would enjoy eating samosas, a small triangular pastry filled with meat or vegetables and fried in oil. Samosas are a pastry filled with meat and or vegetables. And look, it labels samosas are those, and those. Most of your toys would be handmade and you would be used to creating your own entertainment. You and your friends might gather supplies like wire, sticks, and cloth to make clever push toys called galimoto. Here, the boys and girls are playing with galimoto. Oh, that caption is so important because it tells me about my illustration. There are the galimoto push toys. You would look forward to celebrating the Mombasa Carnival every year. It is held in the largest coastal port in East Africa and is a melting pot of all the different cultures that live there. Artists and musicians join with beautiful floats for a wonderful parade. There would be traditional religious songs, costumes, dancers, and singers, all in a lively display of the sights and sounds of Africa. Many ships and boats would race in the harbor as well. The Mombasa Carnival is an amazing party celebrating the best of Kenya, filled with unity and fun. Look at this illustration. Wow, I can see so much more about Carnival. It says carnivals, festivals, and parades appear all over the world. Thank you, caption, for telling me more about that illustration. These two children are going somewhere. Based on the illustration, where do you think they're going? Where do you think they're going, friend? Tell me. Let's look at some clues in the illustration. We have books. They're walking over. It's kids walking over. There's tables, the flag. Looks like some kind of building. Let's look at this caption. Maybe there's another clue. They are going to Seoul. Seoul. That sounds kind of like school. And they're going with books. So the illustration and caption help us to know what shul means, school. So you see, if you were me, how life in Kenya could really be. Here's our glossary. Any important vocab word is going to be here. Galimoto, push toys usually made by kids for kids. Samosa, a triangular pastry stuffed with meat or vegetables. Savanna, a habitat with lots of grass and some trees. Shul or sul, school,